But yeah, I'll just say this. It goes back to the whole Kenny injury stuff. Like, he's leaving the door open because of his availability.
Yeah.
That's all. If
he can
if
also close it though. Like when he comes back,
Sure,
and this is what we
sure.
talked about, like in the OTAs, mini camp, training camp, whoever they bring in, whatever style it is, if he can't return at some point in time this season, and we bring in somebody, regardless if it's a big money. Now we know if it's certain money is gonna obviously show you that there is no competition. That's the guy. But depending on what the situation is, he has to be ready. No man, think Zack Wilson for example, right? Zack Wilson all offseason. The talk was what? Aaron Rodgers is there. You're not about to see the field ever again. Rodgers get hurt 4 plays in. Zack Wilson low-key got another great opportunity, and now he fumbled this thing. Did he not? It's a great opportunity.
Mitch does too.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was gonna say.
It's a great opportunity, man.
Kenny's even
It's a
opened
great
the door
opportunity.
open
Yeah.
for Mitch, because my one buddy's a Mitch fan, and he kept bringing this up at yesterday's game. This is Mitch's first time.
Where
without
he
Matt
doesn't have to
Canada.
look over his shoulder. He
Or
doesn't have
even-
Matt Canada.
yeah, he
I
doesn't have
didn't even
Matt
think the
Canada.
Canada part, but you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, if Mitch comes out here and, guns blazing these next few weeks, like,
They might look and say,
I'm just saying the door's
could it have been
open.
that he wasn't the issue? It was this guy. I'm with I didn't even think of that, but you're right though, bro.
He's left the door open. Now, obviously, I'm on the KP8 side of things, but with him not being available, you only go off of what's in front of you now.
Yeah.
And yeah, if Mitch comes in, whatever, does his thing, and it's still clear Kenny should be the starter when he's healthy here for like the last couple weeks, and then he balls out those 2 weeks, we go on a play front, then he could shut the door.
Right. But that has to be ball out and the run, like you just said. And that's the part where we're still stuck going back to hypotheticals. It's like I said, it's the sucky part from what has happened for Kenny, but at the end of the day, control what you can control. This is a situation, man. Hope for some good luck. And yeah. Because it's that weird thing also. You don't want the team to do bad because you want them to still be good enough to
I
make
want
a
Mitch
run.
to go off. These
That's what I'm
next 3
saying.
games. Like,
Yeah.
whatever it is, 3, 4 games, 2 games.
I'm like, that's
I want him
that
to go
weird.
off.
We need a run and we're in position. So it's like, is it Mitch that starts that? But now when Kenny comes back, now we have a new conversation of, do you pull the dude that's been hot for 2 weeks versus,
Yeah, it all depends on
All
how
right.
Mitch looks.
And
Right.
these are all hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Like I said, and that's like I said, we're in a good position. It's not terrible, but it's not great
I think
either.
we can win these games with Mitch. After
I would
seeing
agree.
him yesterday, just don't turn the ball over. We could win
Yeah.
these games.
Yes.
Line just got to be a little bit better in pass protection.
Which I would agree. And I do feel like Mitch had a little bit better feel of escaping some of the pressure than Kenny did. I will say I feel like that's still one of the things with Kenny that I want to see improve with him. I thought he still was playing fine yesterday, but that's the part where it's like when that pressure is getting to him, whether it's free rusher or O-line just getting beat, at times it just seems like it takes him a second longer than some of these other dudes. And whereas for when we looked at Kyler Murray yesterday, right? Same pressure was happening, but he was just a little bit more athletic to extend it just a little bit longer to get out of some of that trouble. I felt like at times with Mitch, he could do a little bit to that. I mean, we saw the one where he obviously scrambled. It's just that part is where I feel like with Mitch, it's a little bit better. But now we know the other side is the decision making as a whole. Don't throw that ball into double coverage, please. But we know that's
If you're gonna do
been
it,
his
make
issues.
It, make it at least be Pickens.
Yeah, that's always. It's like he has parts of his game that we want to get that up out of him as well, man. So, like I said, none of these dudes are perfect, but I do think that at least from a pressure standpoint, that should help. But as a whole, man, we're gonna find out. Short week, man.
Louis G, if Mitch gets us to the playoffs, does Kenny get the starting role back? This is for most because I know what Deke is gonna say. Actually, you don't. I mean, haven't I hinted it many
You have,
times throughout
yeah.
this show that if Mitch goes off these next 3 or 4 weeks, like,
Yeah, it's a legit.
you
It's a
stick
combo,
with him
man. Yeah.
because, as I said, this is the frustrating part with Kenny and the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not out there to prove he's more of that Bengals game.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you combine everything he's done thus far this season, that's not above reproach if Mitch goes off here for 303 touchdowns, like, on average the next 3 games.
Right.
And, like, we're hot and we're winning games.
Yeah.
You stick with that. I'm being straight up.
Yeah, honestly, man, we on the same page with it. If Mitch is playing to that extent, then yeah, you rolling with him. But that's also why you heard me say, I do not care where the good play comes from. And that's also why I laugh whenever y'all call me like, I don't like this guy or that guy, because there is no biasness in it for me, man. I just want the team to win, man. So you also heard me say if Mitch doesn't play well, and heck, if Mason Rudolph came in and played well, I don't care who it is. Just look good, man. Just look good, execute. So, yeah, if Mitch were to come out here and lead us to the postseason and stuff like that, yeah, you can roll with Mitch. Shoot, let Mitch mess around and get you some postseason wins. You might even give him an extension, man. That's where it is, man. But this is cause and effect also. The door has been open more so because of availability at times, but this is where we're at right now.
Yeah, because if Kenny's still healthy, that's not our best option or way to win games. But
we're not even having a conversation.
But now it's not even Mitch has 1 week. Now Mitch may have multiple weeks to string something together, to string some continuity together. So that's where this changes.
It's dicey. And it's the end of the season. So now you're not just talking about you getting hot and getting wins. We're also getting ready for the single elimination tournament, playoffs, where you can't have a bad game, slow start, whatever. You want your best foot forward. So it just heightens the urgency also in the decision-making process too, man. Him getting hurt, man, really makes it rocky, man. Yeah.
What have we seen from Mitch thus far? Is he going to do that, go off for 303 touchdowns in the next however many games? Again, I hope so, but I can't say that that's the most likely scenario.
Yeah. It's like, is he capable? Sure.
But to my buddy's point, Mitch without Canada now.
Yeah.
Is Mitch unleashed?
Sabotage 10, man. Sabotage 10.